Now getting down up close and personal, discs, there is no evidence of any lipping whatsoever. I mean, they're virtually like brand new. Mudguard, there ain't a mark on it. Book seals, perfect. Headlamp, nothing wrong with it. Rim, they would take a wallop if these things went over. That's all good too. Also the clock bowls, because on these, if they go over, they tend to get scuffed. Nothing wrong there. Then we look for the leading edges, as I normally do, for evidence of any slides, and that would include the front right indicator, front brake lever, bar end weight, mirrors, and the edge of the radiator, and there ain't a mark there. Radiator's all good, doesn't leak, it's square, it's not been knocked about. Downpipes, they tend to rust as these models get older. Just rust, it's only surface rust. They tend to. However, these ones, now I haven't even cleaned the bike yet, and I may not get a chance, but this is it as it's come in. They look brilliant. Then I look for signs of scuffing along the engine here, see if it's been for a slide. There's none of that. Tank, it's as good as the day it come out the factory. There ain't a mark on it. Likewise with the seat, there ain't a rip or a tear in sight. Right hand side panel, nothing to remark. Seat panel, well, they're hidden out the way by this silencer from any slides. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Silencer guard, again, if they go over, they get scuffed. There ain't a mark on that. Last on this side would be the rear brake lever, driver's peg and pillion peg, which would take scuffs if it went over. There ain't any. There's a rear left indicator. Coming around to the other side, really a mirror image. Chain and sprockets, they're all good. They ain't knackered or worn out. So at some point in the past, it probably ain't genuine at 45, you know, from original equipment. But they're good. Here's the other side of the seat panel, which you can see, not a mark on it. The other side of the seat, left hand panel, and the left hand side of the tank. Nothing to talk about there whatsoever. Then the pillion peg, driver's peg and gear lever on this side, again no signs of any slides. Left hand engine cover, you can see, as good as. And then again, left hand mirror, left hand bar weight, clutch lever and left hand front indicator, not a mark. So really, it's just in fantastic condition for its age. It really has been well looked after. I'm going to turn it on and give it a bang. If you've ever seen one of my videos before, is get down and check out these front discs for any signs of lipping. I mean, there shouldn't be any at that mileage, but if the previous owners have run these pads down to the metal, they're going to score and lip those discs, but I'd say they're as good as brand new. Fork seals are all good, they're not leaking. Headlamp, no chips or cracks. Then really we're looking for signs of any slide or accident damage. In that list comes the headlamp rim, because if they go over, they'll flick the handlebar the other way, scuff those up. Same with the clock bowls, they're all good, no damage there. Min indicators you can see there. Front brake lever, no marks on that. And this right hand mirror, you can see no damage to that. More importantly, the tank, where they come out here on the moulding, if they go over they get dented or scratched or dinked, but nothing untoward there whatsoever, no marks at all, and it's got this zip protector on it. Getting back down here, this is your steel radiator cover, as you can see, no marks on that. Belly pan is unmarked, it's got crash bobbins on it, left and right. I can't say that there's any damage on that at all. This thermostat cover has got some scuffs on it. Not sure of the story there, but it does have some marks on it. If I get in close there, you can see. Then coming back round here, there's your condom cover on the rear brake lever. Don't know what that's all about. But carrying on looking for signs of axle damage. Flick up the driver's peg on the right hand, nothing there. The pillion peg, nothing there. And the silencer cover, no marks on that at all. The side panels themselves, this is the right hand one, they're tucked well out of the way, they don't get damaged. The seat cowl at the back does have a little scratch there. Don't know what the story is. It could be wear from the pillion peg's legs. Seat itself is all good. It's not ripped or pulled back. You'll see over here there is a little dig in it or something there. But up around here where the driver sits, nothing. It's not cracked or split. So now we come round to the other side. It's got really good tyres, as you'll see at the end of the video. Again, this is some wear, and perhaps he's strapped luggage on here, as you can see, bungees or something, bungee marks, but no accident damage. And similar marking on this left hand side, so I suspect some sort of, he's thrown some luggage over here or something like that to mark that up. Here you can see on the seat it's all good, but it does have a patch here just in front of where the pillion sits. Other than that, seat is all good. Coming down low here, pillion peg and driver's peg and gear lever all unmarked. The alternator cover does have some marks on it, as does this crash bobbin. Don't know, could be a car park job being knocked over or something, but haven't seen any other damage anywhere on the bike. Again, more importantly, the tank is all good. No dinks nor dents. If they go for a slide, they'll always take it along there. Left hand side of the radiator, you can see no damage there. Front guard, I didn't point out before, that's all good. It's got no splits, no cracks, no damage. It's a bit worn, what I say, worn, UV worn there. The paint's fading a bit. Left hand side of the headlamp, all good. Little mini indicator. Does have a tiny mark on this clock bowl there. It's slightly into the chrome, but there's no damage anywhere else around here. So again, not sure the story there. It is coming up 20 years old, so there will be some marks expected. The left-hand clutch lever, the clutch lever is all good. So let's turn it on and have a listen. Right, now the first thing I always check is the discs for any signs of lipping, and really they're as good as anything with 14,000 miles on. They would only become abused if in the past any owners had run these pads down to the metal, in which case they would start lipping, but they're not grooved and they are not lipped, so they're all good. Front guard, no signs of any damage there. Fork seals are all good. Headlamp's okay, no splits, cracks, dents. It's got this black tinted screen, which is not standard, put on it. These nice little gold button fairing screws on it. Top fairing is all good. There's no signs of any slide damage. I'm looking at these leading edges in particular here, as you can see, and the right hand front indicator, no signs of any scuffs or being dropped. Coming back up here to this right hand mirror, there are some marks on the outside here, but that's probably from being pushed down the side of somebody's house or through the traffic. Front brake lever is all good, a couple of tiny little marks, likewise with the handlebar weight, but it's not drop damage. While we're up here, let's have a look at the tank. I mean, you can see the bike needs a bit of a wash and brush up, bit of a clean, but looking for signs of damage. The way these tanks are shaped, they protrude here, the bike's come over, also like big dents in here, nothing. It's as good as, I say, apart from nick, needing a bit of a clean. It's got this zip protector on it. Getting back down here, Header pipes, they're not blowing, they're all good, so nothing to speak of there. Radiator again, they protrude, and they'll either get bent back or you'll see markings along this edge. Nothing to speak of there. Hasn't got any crash protectors on this one, but as you can see from this crank end cap and the clutch cover, there is no signs of any slide damage on it at all. Again, these could do with a wash and brush up. They're a bit grubby, but that's if you want to spend your time doing that. Rear brake lever, driver's peg and pillion peg, the way they protrude. I always look for signs of any slide damage. Nothing to be spoke of there. The seat panel, the side panel, well, they're well tucked away so they never get damaged. It's got this aftermarket nice seat cover on it, which adds a bit to it, but it's not split, it's not cracked, it's not ripped, it's all good. The seat panel at the back here, the rear cowl, again they protrude, and if they go over you will see big scuffs along here. If you ever see more than one Hornet you'll see signs of that. That's all good. It's got this Beowulf sporty exhaust on it, and no damage on that. Again, could do with a bit of a clean. Rear right indicator, okay, no damage to that. So then mirror image on the other side, really. The other side of the seat, you can see no rips, no cracks, no tears. The seat cowl is all good, no damage whatsoever. Rear left indicator, all good. It's got this the chain guard hugger on it, not just the standard chain guard, colour matched in black. That's good. The rear left pillion peg, the left hand driver's peg and the gear lever, again they all protrude, so any slide damage would be showing up there. The alternator cover, again, can do with a clean up, but no signs of any slide damage whatsoever. The other side of the tank, paintwork is actually remarkably good condition for a 16-year-old bike. The top fairing is the other side of it there, ain't a mark on it. Front left indicator, while we're here, the left hand side of the rad, as you can see. Clutch lever, handlebar weight, and the left hand mirror. Again, you can see there are no, oh, on the other side of the front guard if you want to have a look. You can see there's no signs of any slide damage or accident damage whatsoever. It's the pilot's view. Let's see how easy it's, it's stone cold, as you can see. And if I put my hands on the headers there, it is stone cold. Choke on. If you've ever seen one before, is check the discs for lipping, and these are as good as brand new. What do you expect at 12,000 miles? But sometimes people, through neglect or abuse, forget to change these pads as they should. They wear them down to the metal and then they destroy or score these discs up, and they're expensive items, but no problems in that department. Front guard, well, nothing to be seen there, it's all good, no damage at all anywhere. Headlamp, likewise, there's no I say splits, there's no cracks, no lumps missing out of it. Likewise with the headlamp rim, we'll go around here, as you can see, no damage there. The clock bowls themselves, you can see no damage, because if these Hornets go over, the handlebars flick the other way and this lot gets wiped out and or scuffed. Front right hand indicator, front brake lever, bar end weight, and the leading edge of the right hand mirror, again showing no signs of being dropped at all. While we're up here, we'll do the tank, or I'll get down lower. That's all good. They protrude here on the left and the right on the Hornets, and again if they go over These will take a clump there and either dent or scuff and take it all out on this edge, but you can see nothing there. Has got a slight blister in the paintwork, bearing in mind 2001, it's 17 years old. Previous owner hasn't tried to touch it up. You can see it's about half the size of my fingernail, but there are no dents or signs of any accident damage on it. It's got this black zip protector on it, that's all good. Now while we're going low, right hand side panel, well, they're well tucked away and they never get damaged, so nothing to look out there. Coming back up to the front, downpipes, not excessively rusty anywhere, they don't blow or leak. If you ever go to buy a Hornet and they do, I'd say stay away. They're not expensive, but they can be very expensive to fit if you get problems, which most of the time you do. Moving on, radiator. Again, because it protrudes from the bike, if they go over, they'll get bent back, or you'll see signs of accident damage on this leading edge. Nothing to see there. It's got these crash bobbins left and right, you can still see them right on there, no damage at all. Were they not there, we'd be looking at this crankshaft end cap and the clutch cover for signs of slide damage. As you can see, nothing there either. Rear brake lever, driver's peg and the pillion peg, you can see no signs of any slide damage there. Likewise with the exhaust, the silencer cover, again if they go over they'll take it along there, and so would this right hand side of the seat panel. You will see splits, cracks or scuffs, nothing there. Seat, that's all in one piece, it's all good. With age they generally get attacked by the UV from the sun and they will go hard and split and crack or pull back here, and the water gets in, you go for a ride and you get a wet bum. Did I mention tyres? Tyres, as per normal, will either be at the end of this video and or with the advert itself. Rear right indicator, well, they're kind of tucked away so they don't ever really get damaged, but no damage to be seen there. Now a mirror image of the left hand side. So likewise with the seat panel, no signs of any damage. The seat, all good. So side panel, forget about, they never get damaged. Chainless sprockets are good. I'm not going to grab that because it's where I've oiled it up. It's well yucky, but it does not pull back off the sprocket. If you can see the sprocket in there, it's not hooked or worn out. Pillion peg left hand, driver's peg left hand, gear lever, again you can see they stick right out. If the bike was to go over, you would see signs of slide damage. There are none. There's the crash bobbin on this side, you can still see the printing on it, no signs of any slide damage. Were that not there, you'd be taking a good look at this alternator cover. You can see no damage there. The other side of the radiator, you've heard the story on the right hand side, it's the same story on the left. It's nice and straight, no accident damage. Front left indicator, clutch lever, bar end weight, the left, right, at this point the battery on the camera went flat, so now I'm switching over to my phone so I don't have to go and charge it up and do that lot again. So just about where I was saying, left hand bar end weight, clutch lever and leading edge of the left mirror, it went flat, so let's pick up from there. Tank, the camera, I can't help it, it zooms, well it's not zoomed in, this is it's set in, but there you can see nice close up of the tank, no damage. Pilot's eye view, and there you go, 12,000 miles. Turn it on, hit the kill switch, come back down here with my hands, you can see they are stone cold, the headers. The bike is cold, doesn't even need choke in this weather.